Hello and welcome to today's video where I'm going to be addressing a question that was raised in the Gratitude Rituals Vortex, which is a fantastic question. And this is my take on it, and this is what I want to share, especially around identity. When we are raising our standards and moving away from our minimum standard, because everything that we are experiencing in our current reality is based on our minimum standard, what we are currently tolerating at this time, what we believe or expect or assume to be possible for us at this moment in time. So the question that was raised was, when practicing the smallest gratitude, how do we avoid accepting the breadcrumbs? I am so used to being grateful for or accepting the bare minimum. And I think this is such a brilliant question because it's multifaceted and it's something I've dealt with and continue to deal with. And I think we all do as we transform our identity and raise our standards. So here's the first thing. Let's unpack it. Let's unpack it in its bits because it's layered. So firstly, my initial response to this would be anything we are grateful for multiplies because gratitude and love are the highest frequencies on this planet. So having the energy of appreciation, like deeply, look, we live in the plane of opposites. And so when we are grateful for having nothing, we have everything. Let's tune into paradox. When we are grateful for having nothing, we have everything. And what is behind that is frequency. It's not grasping. The desire isn't about lack. So desire has two sides of a coin. There's lack, like I want it, I don't have it, I'm grasping, I feel lackful. And then there's desire that is inspiring and it's showing you what your soul and higher self wants for you and what is available for you and what already exists, but you just need to step into the identity or the beingness of that version of you that is allowing that thing to exist for you. So when we have desires, often I believe it's a call to step into a higher version of self, to break the limitations, to go and create that course, to create your visibility, to create those memes. The desire to impact millions or to make millions is because you have within you that creative contribution to share. And money is really just the transformation of energetic exchange. Um, it's yeah, it's transforming our gifts, our magic into its financial equivalent. So when we desire to have millions of pounds, for example, um, what because of the universal law of giving and receiving, what are we giving? How are we transforming our gifts into its financial equivalent? This is how I see it. Now, let's address the first thing, as I just said. The smallest gratitude can actually reap the biggest rewards because you are tuned in, tapped in, turned on to a frequency that actually is magnetic. It begins to draw to you more things to appreciate. It wires your subconscious to be conscious, awake, and aware of what is available to you now. And from there, so let's boom, we've got that. So the frequency of gratitude, the universe doesn't care what you're grateful for, whether you're grateful for this pen. Oh my God, I love this pen. Oh, it allows me to write so many things. My handwriting is so beautiful. My thoughts flow so well. It doesn't smudge on the page. Oh, wow, 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 wow. I love that pen. So the frequency, the universe is not like, oh, she likes pens. I'm going to give her more pens because it's the frequency. But y- where we need to do the identity work and where we need to actually look at the central question, what am I tolerating? What is my current minimum standard? So if, for example, my current minimum standard is I buy my bras from Marks and Spencer's, which is not bad, but just bog standard bras. But actually, I want to buy from Agent Provocateur. I want beautiful lingerie from Madame X. That's a different standard. And so by having awareness of I currently buy, and this is what I expect to receive and to have, how do I shift my identity to be in the vibration or to become the woman who upgrades her lingerie to the brands that she wants to buy them for? And this is just me because this is something I did recently. I used to have all these things, and then my awakening, and then I was living in very low minimum standards with very little. And then like this year, I was like, hang on a minute, like I want Agent Provocateur. I want Madame X. Like this is who I am. So it's identity. So the second part of the question, which is how do I stop? Let me just bring it up. How do I avoid accepting breadcrumbs? You've got to look at what you're currently tolerating as your minimum standard. So look at your life, start to look at what you would actually want, and then start transforming into the identity of the person, and you can do it. And this is one little tool I'll say to you. One way of doing it is incremental changes. So you can buy one piece of lingerie um, from Madame X, for example. This year I wanted Louboutins. I used to have these beautiful shoes, but because I was like living on one pair of sandals, and I was like, hang on a minute, I want Louboutins. I want these beautiful shoes. They go with my image. Like that's who I am. And so I bought them, and I raise my identity back into that woman who this is my normal. So what I'm saying to you is identify what your current reality is by asking yourself the question, what am I currently tolerating? And um you can do this for any area of your life. The bare minimum is a different issue because it actually runs very deep. And the bare minimum, we need to look at that in on a core level as well. Where do I expect the bare minimum in my relationships? Where have I been expecting breadcrumbs, expecting and assuming that this is what, because it's tied up in self-worth, it's tied up in what I believe is possible, it's tied up in current limiting beliefs. And it all starts with you asking yourself the question, what am I currently tolerating? And what do I actually want? And what do I need to unpack to step into that level, that identity? So tell me, what was the key takeaways from this video? What have you found to be useful? If you're watching on YouTube and you've been enjoying the EFT for creation, join us in the And if even indeed, if you enjoyed this video, these are the types of inquiries that we are dealing with and exploring and unpacking in the Gratitude Rituals Vortex. The Gratitude Rituals Vortex is a community to help you evolve to your next level. It's helping people to raise their frequency and step into personal power. And we are doing daily energetic alignment work in there. It's the most easiest way to start aligning your all levels and layers of consciousness energetically through my daily energetic support bubble. And it's only £27. So if my work is speaking to you and you are on YouTube and you want a link, comment link in the comments, and I will send you the link to pay and to enter the community and to start accessing 30 days of energetic support, as well as lifetime access to the gratitude rituals, 28 days of gratitude rituals, live transmissions, and an outstanding community of women who are stepping into divine feminine magnetism and personal power.